Tiffany, and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today's video is a fun little vlog where we're going to draw our giveaway winner and we're going to have a Q&A session. So I will answer your questions today. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Please do consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to welcome you into the sewing community. Thank you so much to each one of my friends who are tuning in today. Thank you all for participating in this giveaway. Thank you for watching my 1K giveaway video. Thank you for so many wonderful comments. Your words are they just brighten my spirit and they make my day so much brighter. I thank you guys so very much for your support and your friendship. Above all, it means so very much to me. Please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. I would love to chat with you. So if you see a question during this video today that you would like to give your answer to, tell us more about your answer. I would love to see your answer to some of these questions down in the comment section below. So leave a comment and I would love to chat with you. So let's just jump right into the fun part of this video today. I did host a 1K giveaway. It's been exactly 2 weeks now that I posted my giveaway announcement. I am giving away a $50 gift card to a place of your choosing so that you can buy fabric or buy patterns or somewhere like Amazon where you can get all kinds of notions and sewing books. You decide. Now, a little disclaimer, I do hold the right to refuse, unsavory kind of places, but I know you guys would never choose a place like that. So let's draw our giveaway winner. So I have put y'all in my hat, in my tin here. This is how I do my giveaways. Your comments, I take all those comments, I write your name down, I take the time to write your name and really connect with you through just saying your name and saying a little blessing over your life. So I hope that this brings you much happiness. And I have put your name into a hat and I'm going to draw. That's how I like to do my giveaways. It's old school, it takes a long time, but it means a lot to me. So whoever the winner is drawn to be, please contact me via my email address that is in the description box below. Please contact me and we will get your gift card purchased and then the information sent to you. Again, this was open worldwide, so hopefully that we can handle this gift card anywhere in the world. So here we go. Are we ready? We are going to draw the winner. This is so exciting for me. I love gifting. I love doing this. So here we go. Okay, I have one here. Let's see who the winner is. Oh, the winner is Vanna Hall. I just love your name, Vanna. Vanna, you are the giveaway winner. Congratulations. Oh my goodness, congratulations, Vanna. I am so glad that you have won. Please do email me and we will get your gift card to you. And thank you so much to each and every person who participated. Again, thank you for sticking around for my journey here on YouTube. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Like I always say, don't get discouraged. This is not the last giveaway on my channel. I love gifting. I love giving to others. So there's going to be more giveaways in the future. Okay, so I also asked for some questions for a question and answer vlog. I've never done one of those before, but I asked y'all for some questions burning questions that you've been curious about my life or about my sewing, and you all had some amazing questions for me from that video. I was blown away by how amazing your questions were. 32 questions, I believe. So today I don't want to make this video too super long, so I have pulled out 5 sewing and 5 personal questions. So I have put the timestamps down below in the description box. If you care nothing at all about the personal and you just want to hear about the sewing, you can skip around to that. So let's just start with the personal questions. The first question that I'm going to answer was by far the most popular question. We had the Econ Woman, Emma, Cynthia, and Dixie all asked me what my day job is, and then Cynthia went further and asked if I commute or if I telework. This is a great question. I do work a 9 to 5 outside of the home. I cannot tell you what entity I actually work for. I can't say that publicly, but I do work an office position. It is a full-time position, and I actually do a hybrid of working in the office and working at home, so teleworking. It's been a great position. I've been very blessed with the position that I have, and actually this job drew me to Josh, my husband. So the next question was, where did I meet Josh? And I met him at work. I started working for this company, and I just noticed this guy who was very polite and did not have colorful language in the workplace, which I appreciated and is kind of rare. And he was just very polite and gentlemanly, and yeah, the rest is history. So thankful for this job for sure. I would not have the life that I have now without it. Speaking of my family, the next question that I'm going to go to is from the Econ Woman again, and Lori. They asked, any plans for more children? So we do just have Addie June right now, our 2.5-year-old, and we do wish for more children. We hope for at least one more. I think my husband would love a little boy. We do hope for one more child, so we will see if the Lord blesses us with any more children, but yes, we are planning and hoping for another baby. The next question is from the Shambolic Sewist. They had the nicest comment on my video. Just so many wonderful words. So kind in their comment. It just made my day. They said, how do I remain so positive? Any tips for remaining positive? I guess I don't really realize I'm coming off that way. This is kind of just my personality. You kind of see my bubbly nature, I guess, coming through on my videos. I've always kind of been a glass half full kind of girl as opposed to half empty. I try to see the silver lining and the positives and not try to focus in on the negatives, which is so hard to do sometimes. And let me tell you, I have bad days. I get grumpy, I get moody, just like anybody else does. But I think it's so important to find something that you love and have that in your life. Find a hobby or an outlet. Find something that you can pour your heart into and that you love, and that really makes such a difference for positivity. So for these videos, I think y'all see that the joy that sewing brings me. I think it comes across my camera and lightens up my face. Like, you can just tell how much I love sewing. Sewing has been that outlet for me. It has brought me true joy here in this sewing room. I really do love it so very much, and I think that is portrayed very clearly in my videos. So find something that brings you joy, find something that brings you happiness, that you love and you can pour your time and effort into. It might not be sewing for you, it might be reading, or it might be painting, or it might be your family. Then if that's what you're dedicating your time and finding joy and happiness into, just find something very personal to you that you can find true joy in, and I think everything else will just fall into place. The positivity comes, the joy comes, the happiness, the big smile on your face, and then you want to talk about it with everyone. You'll probably want to start a YouTube channel. So the next question, that kind of leads me into the next question. Cynthia asked, how do I keep up with it all? Working, being a wife, being a mother, sewing, and then being a YouTuber. I don't have any secret formula to give you guys. It's all about making time for what is important to you. We all make time for what is important to us. I really truly believe that if something is that important to you, you're probably going to make time for it. And then an extension of that is being organized and scheduled. I have to stay on a schedule or pretty close to that schedule, or things just don't get accomplished. Like YouTube and sewing. Those are my extra things. I have to go to work. I have to put in my hours every day. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, my family comes first, my child comes first, and then sewing and YouTube and my hobbies, those definitely come last, but I'm carving out time from my schedule to make those a priority. So I try to block off times, and it's gotten easier. It gets easier as you do it more and you make it more a part of your schedule. It really does help in making it a priority in your life. So being organized, scheduling, looking ahead, it really does help to get me into my sewing room and give me an allotted amount of time. I know that the baby's going to go down for a nap, and I clear nap time. I'm not doing anything else but focusing in on my hobbies during nap time. So that means putting in some extra effort late at night to get the house clean and to get everything settled. That means when Addie goes down for a nap, I can focus my time on videos for you guys and then sewing for myself. And then the last personal question was a really fun one from Brenda. She said, what is the most enjoyable place that I have ever been? So my most enjoyable place would have to be Carolina Pines RV Resort in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So around the Myrtle Beach area. I think it was actually Conley. Is that the name of the town close to Myrtle Beach? This vacation was my most enjoyable. I think I would have to mark it up to being the most enjoyable time. Josh and I took our camper to Myrtle Beach, to this RV resort, and this was before children, before dogs, before responsibilities, before building a house. So we were young, newly married, so we took off for a week and we went down to South Carolina, and that has been my most memorable vacation, the most fun that I have ever had. Okay, so let's move on to the sewing questions. So my first sewing question is from the Econ Woman and then Martina. They asked, how did I start sewing? So my mother got me into quilting in 2014. I started very slowly, starting my quilting journey, and then after I was married in 2019, I discovered YouTube and I fell down the rabbit hole of garment sewing. And garment sewing, I've been completely on my own. My mother would not touch a garment project with a 10-foot pole. So I have been learning garment sewing through YouTube, and I took one class on some knit fabric, a knit class from the University of Sewing, but otherwise my entire knowledge about garment sewing has been through doing and then watching YouTube videos. The power of YouTube is crazy. An extension of that question comes from Dixie. She asked, what is my favorite part of sewing? I would have to say the design process and the anticipation of a brand new project with all these possibilities. You never know what it's going to turn out like. You're so excited to start something brand new. That's my favorite part. Picking your fabric, pairing it with a pattern, and the anticipation. I even love tracing my patterns off. I love cutting my pattern out, cutting my fabric out. I love all those first steps because it's fresh and it's new and I'm so excited about it. It's my favorite part of sewing. Mary P asked, what is my top 3 sewing notions? So I've brought a few things over here to show you. I have shown these before on another vlog. I did a vlog in January around my birthday time about my favorite things, but these are some of my favorite notions if I had to narrow it down to 3. So my first one is this magnetic tray for my pins. You can kind of see my pins in there. These are amazing. I would use these over the traditional pin cushion any day. I love a magnetic tray. My next one would be small, sharp snips. These are my favorite pair right here. I would be lost if I lost this exact pair. They are so sharp right in there at the tip, and they're very, very useful. I use them every day, every sewing project. They're right here by my hand. And then the third thing I don't have here with me because it's sitting over there on my ironing board, but it is my cheap iron. And let me emphasize the word cheap. I have tried all the fancy irons. I have had 2 Alicio irons, the cool ones that like pop up. I have had Rowentas, all of them. All of them have been lemons, or they just haven't worked for me. They spill water, or they shoot gunk out, or they actually break in the case of the Rowenta. So I told my mother to buy me a cheap iron. Now maybe not the cheapest one you can find at like Walmart, but it's pretty close to the cheapest one. It is a Tefal, is that how you say the word? I think that's what mine is. Very cheap, and that guy is a workhorse. It irons so beautifully. It does not melt my knit fabric. It has great settings on it. The steam works perfectly. Knock on wood. I guess I should knock on wood. I just don't have great luck with all those expensive irons. And that little cheap guy right over there he has made a world of difference in my iron game. So there's my top 3 sewing notions. Sharon asked, as a young working mother, how do I find time to sew? Do I block off amounts of time? I kind of hit on that just a little bit up there in my personal questions, but I would say yes, I do block off times in that Addie still takes naps. So I'm so blessed that she takes good long naps in the afternoon. So on the weekends, during her nap time, that is my sewing time. I don't clean, I don't cook, I don't try to do anything extra except for doing my sewing and then these videos. It's worked out really, really well that I can use that time. So on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I'm using her nap time. The other days of the week, I'm obviously working during the day, so I can't sneak in during her nap time, but I do try to get into my sewing room every night. So I try to do about a half hour every night, or at least try to sneak in here and do a couple tasks, however long that takes me. That might just be straightening up my table here, that might be setting out a new pattern, pulling out some new fabric, or it might actually be doing some sewing if I'm in the middle of a project. It does really, really help to have another parent in the situation. Josh is an amazing daddy, he's an amazing father. He helps me out a lot, especially if I'm in a time crunch scenario where I need to finish something like the Easter dresses, or if I need to get a video filmed of an evening after Addie's woke up. He will take her and play with her and take her so that I can do something. But for the most part, I try to accomplish as much as I can in those nap times. So an extension question came from Izzy. She asked, how do I plan my makes ahead of time? So I am a planner. I love to plan ahead of time. I try to make my happy planner out at least 2 months in advance. And I'm looking at occasions that I might want to sew for, or I will need to sew for. For example, we just came out of a Sew Frugal challenge. This month in April, we have the Selfless Sew April, and seeing those things ahead of time, knowing that they're coming, really affects my plans. I know that I'm going to be sewing for others a lot in the month of April. So in the month of February, I was planning for that for April. So my surroundings, what's happening in my life, looking ahead, that very heavily affects my schedule. Now, there's obviously going to be some pop-up things. If I have some extra time, I'm going to look for something fun, something relatively easy, perhaps, that I can sneak in for myself or maybe for Addie. But looking ahead definitely helps my scheduling. This was a really fun question from Diane. She asked about the hardest thing I've ever sewn. This has to be the thing that came to my mind immediately was the Astri dress from Atelier, is it Scummit, a French pattern company. I won their pattern in as a prize for some contest, some challenge. And I went to make the Astri dress for my vacation last July, and it was difficult. The dress is beautiful, and I really had high hopes, but the pattern is in French, and then it's translated to English, obviously. And as I'm a intermediate beginner. Is there such a thing? I wouldn't call myself very advanced at all. I just was struggling with that pattern, with maybe missing something in translation, lost in translation perhaps. And then the dress features a square neckline, and I could not figure out that square neckline. And I was having a hard time finding any kind of help with it on YouTube, actually. She had a tutorial, even a video tutorial for how to do the square neckline. She was speaking in French, and I could not make out what she wanted me to do simply by watching her steps, the video. So I would have to say that Astery dress was for sure the hardest project that I've ever sewn. I did finish it. I did take it on vacation with me. Have I wore it since? No. An extension question came from Frocking Adventure. They had a really fun question. What is my biggest sewing disaster that I learned so much from? And I'm not picking out one project here. It's over the course of many projects. I'm going to say knit neckbands. I struggled so much with those at the beginning of my sewing journey. I just could not figure out how to insert them, how to sew them on correctly. They were wavy, they were stretched out. They did not sit, they did not lay against my skin, they did not sit properly. It was a disaster. A big disaster, but I persevered. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, did even more patterns. I just kept trying different patterns. Finally picked up on how to do it correctly, what I was doing wrong. So yeah, that was the biggest disaster that I have had, those knit neckbands that I have learned so much from, because now I can do them quite well with what I've learned from all my experiences. The next question comes from Karen. She has a question, do I sew more knits or wovens? And I do tend to sew more knit fabric. After the initial neckband craziness, when I figured out how to work those neckbands, there was no looking back. I love knit projects. They make me happy. They're fast. I can do them very easily, and I definitely tend to sew knits more. An extension question came from Jill and Mina. What's your favorite type of garment to sew? And Jill said not necessarily wear, which was a neat thing to say, because I would actually say something knit, anything knit is my favorite thing to sew, and the favorite type of garment to sew but not wear myself would probably be Addie's PJs. I sew her the Ellie and Mac Grow With Me pajamas frequently, and I love that pattern. I love whipping out those projects because they are fun, they are easy, they're small, they go together really quickly, and there's no hemming. The only hemming that you have in that project is the skirt, the shirt, the bottom of the shirt, because you have cuffs on the sleeves and you have cuffs on the pants. So it's a really fun project. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I know I have not near covered all the questions that y'all had. I will get to them in a future vlog. We will do a Q&A again. And also, there was some really good questions in here that I might make whole videos on. All of these were really great questions. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for participating in the giveaway. Thank you for supporting my channel and for being my friend. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, and leave a comment down below. Any of these questions, do you have answers for any of them that you would like to share with me? I would love to chat with you down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.